Yes, hello. My name is Nathan Cross. This is my video application. I really want to work for you guys this summer. I've done a lot of research as to seasonal jobs, which I'm committed to working a seasonal job, and I regret that I didn't find out about Santa Catalina Island until now. I mean, obviously, I've known about the island for a while, but I never really considered it for some reason for a seasonal job. I've never been there before. My parents have been there. They say it's amazing. They used to live in San Diego, so they've been there a couple times. Anyway, I'm super enthusiastic about the job. I'd like to start out by saying that. This is actually the third time I've had to record this video because I had problems with my audio, so if I sound like scripted, that's why. But everything I'm saying is important. Okay. So why do I want to work with you guys? I mean, obviously the place is beautiful and it's an island. It's but I mean, I like the idea. I like small communities. I mean, it's obviously not small. There's tons of people there, but I like the idea of an enclosed community. There's a certain like feel to it. It's hard to explain. I mean, I've lived. I didn't live, but I stayed in one in New York, sort of whereby I live, and it's just like this communal sense to it. And I think it would be particularly dynamic on Catalina because there's so many people, but at the same time, you'd be seeing the same people over and over again where you live, and I mean, that's just like a great feeling to me. I mean, I'm really committed to working a seasonal job somewhere else this summer because last summer I worked on Mount Rainier, and I know it's cliche whenever people talk about seasonal jobs and living and working somewhere else. They say, "Oh, it was the greatest experience of my life." But it really was. It was so awesome. I mean, despite the fact that I was spending what should have been a nice warm summer on a frigid, isolated mountain, I still keep in touch with so many people from there. In the U.S. and in the other side of the world. I have great friends that I'm confident I'll know for the rest of my life. So I guess it's the aching nostalgia I have for that last summer that I want to do something like that again, because it's amazing feeling like once something like that's over. I know Mount Rainier can never be recreated. I know I'll never see most of those people again, like the vast majority I'll never see again, and the community can never be recreated, but it's just such a wonderful thing, and that's what I want to do. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how I didn't find out about this opportunity with you guys until now, considering how much research I've done, and I actually regret that I didn't apply sooner because I feel like it's getting closer to hiring time, and I hope there's still something available for me because, like I said, I'm really serious about working for you guys. So, I just graduated from college. I went to Temple University. I have a degree in advertising from there, which is I like Philly. It's not my that sort of city isn't my ideal setting, but I liked it a lot and it was great, and I enjoyed my experience there, and I like advertising and communications. I'm really good at it. I think I'm perfectly capable of getting starting a real job in the field, but I just don't want to do that yet. I want to travel and stuff, and work places, and I'm too young to sit down at the desk and work until 10 p.m. every night, which is what I hear the advertising industry is like. So I really want to do something like this. I'm very serious about doing it, like I said. Yeah, I've been reading. The first job I listed on my application was the tour guide. I have all the communication skills, all the oratory skills, and all the people skills required to do that in an enthusiastic way. I've been reading a bit about the history of the island. I think it'd be interesting to see how much that factors into the tours and stuff. To be honest, I don't know what it's like. I've read about the company and stuff, but I don't know if the tours are scripted or if there's room for personal input or improvisation. But either way, it's something that I know I'd be good at, and I can accommodate it based on my personal personality. So I'm presentable in that way, as a tour guide needs to be. As you can see, I cleaned up for this interview. It's the least I can do. I can't make it to California for an interview, so I thought I'd put a tie on, Okay. I'd be happy to cut my hair as well. I look like Shaggy right now from Scooby-Doo, so I can be more presentable than this even. So like I said, a tour guide would be good for me because I'm just good with people. I'm good at talking, and I can relate to anyone, all ages and backgrounds. I'm good at speaking. I'm very comfortable speaking publicly and openly. It's all you do as an advertising major. You don't take tests, you just present. So I've presented to real clients with real money, my work presented to them, and I gave an hour-long presentation in front of the senior vice president of one of the most prestigious advertising agencies in New York, one of the most oldest and legendary ones. So that was a lot of pressure, and I handled that well. So I think I've never been a tour guide before, but I think I'd be great at it. So in general, I just have the types of skills that a tour guide should have. I speak very well and on the spot or in any sort of capacity. As far as customer service and that sort of skill set goes, I have tons of experience. Right now I'm working a temporary office job in customer service for an appraisal management company, and what they do is they coordinate the relationship between people who appraise properties and houses and the banks who give loans to prospective homeowners. So I interviewed so well. They weren't even hired. I don't mean to brag, but I interviewed so well. They weren't even hiring and putting someone in that position from outside the company, because the position requires a vast understanding of the industry and the business. But they put me in it. So here I am, knowing nothing about the housing industry or property appraisals, and I'm in the front lines as far as phones go, answering calls from bankers and loan officers who are, yelling at me all because they want to get their loans closed so they can make their commission. So I'm learning as I'm learning the business as I'm going along doing customer service. So great experience there. That's what I'm doing right now, but it is a temporary job, and I'd be happy to leave it anytime. So I just have a great work history, most of which can't be included on the application. You guys only have 3 spaces, and I put the most recent ones. I'm energetic, and I'm perfectly capable of being on my feet all day, and I have plenty of energy from the first hour of work until the last. I've had laborious jobs such as grave digging and down to being a janitor at Walmart, and so obviously I have a strong stomach because the bathrooms at Walmart aren't always that pretty. What else? My last real office job was real professional job. I worked for the Philadelphia Central Census Bureau, and I got promoted 3 times within the office, eventually to the position of Marks clerk, in which I was responsible for investigating the work of people who went door to door for the census, our employees who went door to door, and compiling reports about their work. A lot of them just fabricated stuff. They didn't actually go door to door, so I had to investigate that through phone calls to residents who had already heard from the census and were completely sick of the census. I had to call them and squeeze more information out of them, and then eventually compile a written report about the person's work. So good experience there. I'd be happy to talk about any of my other experiences if you guys want to give me a call. Like I said, I couldn't fit in the application, but I really want to work. I'm really serious about the position, so call me anytime, contact me anytime. Consider me for any other positions. The first one I listed obviously was the tour guide. The second one was the front desk in the hotel, or a hotel, and I have a thing about hotels. I've always loved being in them. They have a certain something, I don't know. I just love being in hotels. So the front desk, that sounds great. That's my second choice. But if you guys don't have one of those 2 jobs for me, consider me for something else. I have a skill set that's very open-ended as far as what I can do. Even down to something more professional like an office job or something like that. I have experience as such, and I'm great with communication and media and stuff like that. So consider me for other sorts of positions. Let's see. As far as the things that make a good employee, like the general things like reliability and stuff, I'm extremely reliable. I'm always on time. I'm not a flake. I don't call in sick, stuff like that. I'm just a good employee. You can count on me for whatever you need. And I really want to work for you guys. Like I said, I will keep saying that. Personally, my personal interests, I'm really into science and philosophy, particularly Eastern philosophy, and I could go on a nice long pseudo-intellectual rant right now, but I will spare you that for now. I'm really into music and movies. I can play music and I listen to music all day, blah, blah, blah. I just like all sorts of things, and I can talk about anything to any person, so I just think I'm a good fit. To wrap it up, I thank you for listening and watching and considering my application. I really hope I hear from you guys. Thank you to Janie or To whoever this reaches, I hope it reaches you well. And I really hope to hear from you because I'm very serious about coming. I can work all the way the entire season, and if it works out really well, I'm not opposed to staying living on the island. I'm not really I don't have some great desire to move back to Erie, PA once it's over. So I just, thanks a lot. I hope to hear from you guys, and I hope you consider me. Thank you.